Alrighty. What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Don't fall for crypto fear tactics. This is what we're here to talk about today. But before we get rolling, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a live breakdown. You guys, welcome. By the way, I'm streaming on Twitter as well today. Let's see if it's gonna go well, because you know I have issues with like the servers, etc. So you guys, let me know in the chat box if we have any sort of issues with like quality, sound, whatever the hell. I just want to know ASAP so we can fix it basically if there is something, right? Good morning, King Tony, Mick DS, and Stanimir. First punch in the face, my favorite username, is also here. You guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into it. We're not gonna waste any more time, but please restart the chat box as we're doing this, and let me know if everything is fine. All right, let me know if everything's fine. Okay. If anyone is following me on Twitter, can you go and check as well if the live is okay over there? That would be the perfect case scenario if everything works out to the T this morning. Crypto Titan, good morning. Lucian, hello. All good, Gabby. Pump it up. I like the usernames today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. Okay, so Dow Jones did really well, just closed above 48,000. So that's, we did over 300 points and hit yet again another record high. Right, so then you're thinking value names like industrial stocks, the healthcare names as well are included into that. At the same time, tech and AI was lagging, right? They were lagging. We have the Nasdaq slightly on the red. We have the S&P 500 basically flat. So, you know, it's not exactly everything to the moon type of rally situation. Right, so the Dow Jones, you know, it's the big 30, right? The big 30. You're thinking the old school companies, like you're thinking banks, industrials, healthcare, etc. Whereas the Nasdaq, we know very well that's more tech and more growth names. Now, when the Dow Jones is making record highs, but the Nasdaq is lagging, it often means the money is rotating into safer and even cheaper sectors. So not exactly full-on euphoria right now. So that combination that the price is at highs, but the sentiment is still fearful, the tech is underperforming at the same time, it is really the kind of environment where the bulls can be trapped from. Right, so price can be amazing on the surface, but under the hood, we know how some things are. Let me see if my chair is empty now because I had a cat behind me. I can't even use my own chair. Oh, that feels so much better. Yes. So does that make sense, you guys? All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so here we go. The latest government shutdown in the U.S. history, the longest government shutdown in the U.S. history, ends after 43 days. Right, so that's the longest. We just ended it because Trump decided to sign the funding bill to reopen the government. So basically, when you look at this shutdown fight that was going on, it was mainly over the healthcare subsidies, right? This was under the Affordable Act Care, so the Obamacare. So it was really a very political fight about how much support the lower income Americans are supposed to get for their insurance. Now, one thing you should do if you want to brighten your day is go on Instagram and follow White House on Instagram, because the posts are absolutely hilarious. They're making reels that are really comic. So the problem with that is, right, the problem with that is that we're not going to get our jobs data, right? We're not going to get our jobs data. That means the CPI data is never going to be released because the shutdown apparently stopped the government from collecting the numbers. So we're not getting, even if we come at, you know, Forex Factory, you're going to see the calendar empty, right? So what does that mean? So we're never going to get the official numbers and the inflation numbers for the entire month. This is a big deal, okay? Because see, the same way I was at the doctor this morning, it's pretty much the same way, right? Think of it like that. The CPI is going to be the blood tests that your doctor uses to see if you're healthy before he makes any decisions, right? So the Federal Reserves, even the big funds, the businesses, these people are going to be looking at these reports on a monthly basis, right? Or whatever basis, and they will be looking at them and saying, all right, should we cut rates? Should we hike rates? Is the economy in recession? Is the economy cooling right now? What's happening? But if you remove those tests, everyone is in a way guessing. Hello, Crypto Love. So happy to see you here, right? So even though we had the ADP, which was, when did we get it? Last week? Yeah. So basically, even we're having the ADP, that's the payroll processors. Fine, that's okay, but it's not really the official standards that everyone is using to trade off of, right? And it's kind of funny because, you know, the White House is blaming the Democrats for the shutdown, and they're also on top of that claiming that the system is really damaged, right? But there is also other people that come and look at all this and they're like, you know what, this looks very sus because we're not getting the data, but does that mean that the data is bad? Because it would really fit a pattern that they're just attacking for the reason that the data is so bad they don't want to release it. If the data was good, they would probably happily release it. That's what some critics are saying. So that, of course, you know, apparently is raising a lot of question about the trust in the economic data globally, because remember, the US data is what global central banks are using, right? Not only global central banks, also us investors and other governments. This is what they're watching. So yeah, even though we're getting anyway, it's gone. Even though we're getting the Dow, right, all-time high or record high, that is still doesn't mean anything, right? Because the Fed is going to be flying blind. So that is the only thing that's going to make, is that going to make that trap narrative way stronger, right? Way stronger. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, in regards to we're gonna do some quick maths, right? In regards to the $2,000 tariff dividends, or the rebate checks that Trump wants to give to 60% of the US low income households. So that is going to mean that the people that are making less than $100,000 or less, right? So the idea is Trump saying, okay, we've collected these money from tariffs, which is of course taxes on the imported goods, mostly from countries like China, and then he wants to use that to cut a check directly to the household. So now he's proposing to give $2,000 to around 150 million families that are under the $100,000 income level. So that means $2,000 times 150 million, then you're looking at around 300 billion that you're gonna need. But the new tariffs haven't raised that much. They've only raised about, I don't even know if they've raised 200 billion so far. Definitely not. So, but that needs to still be approved because Congress is going to control the money. So this can't happen without legislation. But yeah, Trump's plan basically very easy. We taxed, imports. Now we'll give some of that tax back to the regular Americans as a one-time $2,000 check. Well, on paper, that all looks great, right? It sounds good. It sounds like free money. But when you think about it, does it really fully cover the higher costs that tariffs actually caused over this period of time, right? And then adds the difference, the big gap that the tariff revenue, it doesn't cover it, right? The checks are going to cost way more than what the tariffs have made. So yeah, in my opinion, it's also heavily political. It shows up as good right now, especially in a moment where people are so frustrated about the shutdown and the economy. But is that bill going to pass? It's going to be a big if, right? And if it happens, maybe it happens. Short term, okay, maybe retail stocks, maybe small caps, right? Because $2,000 is a lot of money for lower income households, right? So yeah, it's usually going to go straight into spending. So short term, I guess, I understand what's going to happen. Like it's going to work as in some sort of fiscal stimulus, but medium term, it can be inflationary because the economy is already tight. So we're essentially going to have more demand chasing the exact same goods, right? Hello. I'm feeling a bit pump it up. Why? Why are you feeling lost, mate? Are we picking up again, or is this the end? I'm not sure. Is it lagging or something? Like honestly, you guys, you need to make sure that you let me know if everything is fine, because I can't really see how the stream is going on Twitter as well. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and open Bitcoin. Now everything's fine. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, cool. So we're starting with Bitcoin. Yesterday, we had a pretty good bias, right? The idea yesterday was that we buy from support, and then we reject at true month open, potentially on or true week open. But of course, price was very weak, so we rejected at true month open, and we came lower to grab some liquidity and find some support at one of the spaces that we were watching actually on a 4-hour time frame. Which is down here, right around here, around 101.5. Traded with a body close on the 4-hour time frame. Not ideal, right? But still, we found some support, and of course, today we opened the day kind of bullish. So we're exercising the exact same thing, right? What did we say on Tuesday? We said the bias for this week is bearish. So what does that mean? That means that sells are going to be way easier than buys, and then we catch buys when the RTM model system allows us to do that. That was yesterday. That was this morning, right? So then once price reaches to our areas of rejection, which is around 104.6 and 106, now it's up to us to decide whether we would like to hedge that long that we have, right? Maybe secure that long, put it at break even, or close it, take profits, and instead take a short position after that, right? So these are the things that I said this morning on Discord, and it's important for you guys to understand it. Make sure to like this video if you haven't, by the way, so far. Yes, thank you, Stanimir, for reminding me. But this is the thing that I wanted to discuss with you on Discord. Make sure to join Discord as well. It's free. That's where I give the daily update. So that's what I said this morning. These are the kind of decisions you have to make, right? I'm here to give you the map, the straight map every day, weekly as well, right? We start the week. I tell you guys, this is the bias for the week. We move on with the days, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, whatever. And I tell you, this is what the plan is for today, right? But then it's your choice what to do with that information. Do you understand? So that's a very important point. I think that's needed to be made, right? Needed to be made. Yes, also make sure to check the course, you guys, while you still can get it for $200, because after that, it's not going to be $200. It's probably going to be a monthly subscription. So I'm just doing it for now for the people that are serious, the people that are genuinely interested in what I do. I just want to give you that sort of gift. And then probably the structure of all of this is going to change. Okay, so same thing today. I don't want to repeat myself 1,000 times. Probably some people are new here. So for the new people here, I just want to say, right, we have a bearish bias for the week, and we have resistances at around 104.6 and 106 areas from which you can short, right? If price starts breaking substantially from 104.6, so that means, let's say we get a massive break over here, right? We retest, we break true week open as well. Now, this is going to be kind of more bullish than I expected, right? If that happens, because that is going to again remind us of what happened last month when we had the true month around here. This is where, you know, we were able to buy up until the true month open of last month, which was October, and then the rejection was massive, so then it just sold off completely. So same thing we're looking for this month, but in the reverse, basically. Does that make sense? Mr. Arpad plus tax. Well, that depends on your region, you guys. Honestly, like I can't control that. If you have to pay extra, I don't know, $30, $40 for tax because you're from Europe, I honestly, I don't know how to help you with that. All right. I already have to pay taxes to WAP just for hosting my course on there, by the way. So, you know what I mean? Like, I do it as well. So, taxes, tariffs, taxes. Let's go. Anyways, so that's for Bitcoin, right? Let's see how that goes so far. We don't have too much volume in these moves over here. Overall, week is bearish. Let's see if we get any sort of surprise pump out of nowhere. Quite possible, right? It's quite possible. So we're just gonna be over there observing for that. But for anyone that's new, since we're streaming on X as well, good morning, good morning. Bitcoin is at a very interesting spot right now because we're trading below areas that we shouldn't really be. We should be trading above current price levels. So yeah, that's not particularly extremely bullish, right? And we all know we're not retarded, right? We know that we have, bearish distribution to the downside over here. Maybe you have a little bit of a range down here, but you are looking to get a potential further drop, right, to levels of that we can consider to buy, right? These levels are a bit effed up, but it is what it is, right? The first buy zone level, if we start dropping into the bearish bias of this week continuously, right, that is going to mean that you're not looking into levels like 96.2, between 94,000 and 96.2. That is going to be your first level of defense. And then, your further level of defense is going to come at around 89,000 Bitcoin, right? So overall, it's not, it's like... not very good if that happens, is basically what I'm trying to say. But that brings us to the title of this video. This is what market makers want, right? They want everyone in extreme fear before they move the market in the intended directions that they want to, right? So I want to ask all of my members on Discord, right? When I come every morning and I give you the bias, you probably think I'm crazy, right? Because it sounds like it's not going to play out. It sounds like it's just not going to work because the price is extremely bearish. That's called the fear trade, right? The pain trade. This is the type of trades that are mostly successful, right? So you need to have your bias. You need to trade according to it. When the market is bad as it is right now, you just go day by day. You take it week by week, day by day, right? Because it's annoying. I had one of my members tell me yesterday, yeah, Gabby. Hi, Julie. Hello, everyone. Say hi in the chat box. I love to see new people here, and there is some new names, so I'm glad to see that. Crypto Titan Global Financial System is great. Yes, it's absolutely amazing. So the thing is, what was I saying? Fear is a buy zone. Lucian, yeah, exactly. Yes, the pain trades. This is what we were talking about. Yesterday, one of my members on Discord said, yes, we had a nice buy trade, but then I went at break even after that. Well, that was a decision you made, right? Because we had the zones for take profit. And like I said at the beginning of this video, this is the point that I'm making. You have to decide whether you want to cut that trade, open a short. Maybe you want to hedge that trade. Maybe you want to secure that trade at break even and test your luck for a breakout, right? But testing the luck, if you're at a learning stage and you had a break even without losing money and you have the correct bias for the day or the session, you're already winning, is basically my point. Good morning, Gabby. Thanks for the alpha. You are welcome. All right. So are we clear? If everything goes to down, this is what we're looking for. Levels between first level of defense, 94, between 94 and 96. Last level of defense, 89K. Good morning, Nikhil. Very nice to see everyone is here, right? So we had our first lines of defenses down here. We've had them for months. Go back, watch my videos. I'm not coming up with these levels. These are levels that I get with the help of my indicators. You can find them in the description box, you guys. If you don't get them, do whatever you want. I honestly don't care. They're just 20 bucks. I don't even know if I'm making any money on them whatsoever. But the point is, like, use them because they will help you with supports and resistances. With combination with my trading model that I'm using, you are not going to fly blind on the charts every day, which is very, very important. Wall Street Group, breaking news. Banks now allowed by law to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency, XRP, spot, ETF, blah, 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 blah. Okay, amazing. Very long message, but I think I managed to read it. So that's in regards to XRP, which is up 5% on the day. I'm happy, right? Because I gave my XRP entries on Discord. So I'm up on that trade. So I'm feeling good. The only thing I'm not feeling good about XRP is that we're trading and we're bearishly distributing right now below $2.5, or to be more precise, 2.58, right? So that level, again, is an important level. So yeah, price is rejecting several times from it, and we continue to reject, but right now we're sort of pretending to have some sort of motion here on a daily time frame. So let's see if that's going to hold. Crypto Sarah Dubai, greetings from Dubai. I love your videos. Love Sarah. Sarah, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. That's very kind. We have lots of people live today. Hopefully everyone liked this video. And make sure to leave a comment below or something, share. I don't even know, but we're supposed to grow this channel together to get more people to see some real stuff. You know what I mean? Not just you know, some lies. Whatever. Anyway, so that's XRP. Let's look at ETH real quick. Where the hell is my ETH? Oh yeah, it's here. Ethereum. Oh my lord. Okay, cool. So we have a previous zone of interest, right? Very from a long time. I just keep it because it's still kind of valid, right? It's still kind of valid. You know, ETH daily supports, right? It trades a little bit too deep for my liking into the daily supports, especially 3,364. And I told you guys, for me, it's very important for Ethereum to break 3,525. If it doesn't break that level, I'm honestly not too sure about it yet. And in my opinion, if that continues to happen, that rejection over here and over here in this, you know, in this sort of bottom that we're trying to create, price is most probably going to trade to $2,900. We even have a daily support at 2,771. So make a screenshot, do what you need to do, but these things you need to pay close attention on, right? Hold on, I think I've moved the support. Here it is, 2,800, 2,900, right? On the daily, these are levels that we created in August. These are levels that we created back in May of 2024 as well, right? So these are in case price just completely decides to continue down. Now, why do I really care about this level 3,525? Well, the reason for that is very simple, right? It's literally on the chart. Just open your chart, look at how many times this price level was rejected substantially, right? How many times, and then suddenly it acted like support, right? We reached new highs, hooray, everything was great. We retested it one more time, and finally we failed and bearishly distributed from it. Good morning, Jerry. Oh my god, so nice to see so many people. Everyone, make sure to like the video and say hi in the chat box. Come on Discord as well. You can find the link for that in the description box on this video. It's free, you can join. And you can also find it in the chat box. I think it's pinned. Rocket Fire's here. Hello. Okay, we might be doing this streams on X as well. Hopefully my servers, I don't even know what some servers need to work, because I have the strongest internet connection possible that you can purchase. So yeah, so this is ETH, right? This is the level we're currently rejecting from it as we speak. Very important. Yesterday's candle, look at this candle close. Today we're nicely filling this wick. So it's good to see. But again, we need to trade body close above it. Then I can say, okay, happy days. Next target is going to be 3,800. If that happens, if that doesn't happen, we're chasing a sub $3,000 on Ethereum. Good morning, Steve. Does that make sense, everyone? All right. Solana. Let's look at Sol. Why not? Horrible, terrible. I don't even know what to say. Trading below levels entirely. The 4-hour time frame is scary, right? We have liquidity that's sitting. This is from the liquidation. Sitting here at $142. So it's a massive draw. I don't need to draw it. I drew it before here. Massive draw on liquidity, right? And then we have some supports below it, 12-hourly SR flip zones at $140. So we can pretty much hope that that holds. Otherwise, we have to reevaluate what's happening, what's the situation over here. But so far, that's what it looks like, right? We need to start breaking levels. 156 the first one, 162 the second one, to then say, okay, we're going to trade to 173, to then say, okay, we're going to trade to 184. This is the kind of situation we're finding ourselves in right now. You don't get out of this bearish distribution so easily, right? There is no way that's going to happen. It's going to take time. Okay, it's going to take time. So this is Solana on the 4-hour. If I show you on the 12-hour, you're probably going to cry. So maybe I shouldn't do that. So yeah, you know, it's just not, oh, sorry, weekly. I meant weekly. Yeah. The situation is for crying, pretty much, right? Because weekly liquidity like that, this is not a joke, right? This is not a joke. So essentially, we're having a massive draw and lots of liquidations below 94.48. This low over here is deadly, right? Deadly. Okay. So not ideal. By the way, you guys, now is your time. If you have any altcoins that you want me to review, make sure to put in the chat box, because that's how we roll in the live stream. I give the major coins, look at whatever, and then we go ahead and review whatever coins you want to see, right? Whatever coins you want to see. All right, we have Cake, we have Zcash. All right, cool. Quick look at ETH BTC for anyone that's new here from Twitter, whatever. This was our level, right? This was our level at 0.03187. With the liquidation, we said the level wasn't really reached, so we were looking for a second drop. This was the area that needed to hold. And we said when this area fails, there is going to be a second retest of that zone, which it happened. Unfortunately, a bit too deep. These areas can be wicked every single time. I don't necessarily like it. It's not my favorite. We haven't done our job completely here. This is not very bullish, right? How are some people saying, you know, elevator down, stairs up, or whatever? That's what people say. So basically, this is just you know, a way to say we're very bearish, right? And we're struggling to come up. All right. Lucian, BTC dominance is looking interesting. All right, let me just kick off with some coins over here. We can look at Bitcoin dominance in a second. Because you know what happens? I'm gonna start losing the coins as people just start showing it. Cake. Interesting chart. Actually, I haven't been interested in this thing. Oh, it's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. This is like a really nice range, really lovely range that you can, I guess, trade, right? You can, I guess, capitalize on this range. These are very easy structures to trade. And if you learn range model theory, this is going to be very easy for you. So I prefer to look on the weekly or daily. So I started weekly. I see the range. Not much information on the weekly, just by first look. Daily is giving a little bit more information. You have very clear levels of liquidity. So that's double liquidity formation. You can find this with my indicators. Go and grab them, guys. Honestly, they're going to help you. So yeah, basically double liquidity formation. What happens is you grab the upper side of the liquidity. You had a previous liquidity as well over here to target. So you grab these two and you come down, you take the lower side of the double formation liquidity. So right now, within this current sort of manja, we call it manja in my language. I don't even know. It's like this mess. It's a mess. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, you do have some support over here. Let's have a look. Is it even I don't trade these coins, right? First of all, I just want to tell you, I don't get involved usually in these kind of stuff. But at the moment, you unfortunately are still sort of bearishly distributing over here. Maybe you have what time frame are we looking at? Maybe you have a little bit of a case to go long right now. Actually, it's quite a substantial case. It's not a small one. Because of this price action that occurred in this little block, I would say you do have a case to potentially come and trade to $3.13, right? So you can construct a trading plan using what you have right now with considerations about this support and the low as well. Okay, you could potentially do that. Crypto loves laughing because she knows what that means. All right, so we have Zcash as well. Do we have any coins? Usually you flood me with stuff, and today we just have two. That's fine, because then we can look at Bitcoin dominance. I don't mind that. So this was our, was it a 1 hourly level that we had here on Z. 1 hourly level that held quite nicely. Then the idea was we come up and trade above the 4 hourly level. So if we hold this as support right now, 489, I think potentially something, right? But for Zcash, honestly, I'm not that interested, unless if you manage to catch the short up here. That was quite nice. But right now, as it is, it looks like this is it, right? It looks like this is it. That's your level. 1 hourly resistance. You have the breaker block over here, so of course you're rejecting from it. That's bullish, right? That's bullish. But again, you need to be looking at the further levels over here, like around $606. Again, potential rejection from that level might occur. And then I don't know. So right now, I don't know. If you believe that this is going to be very, very bullish, maybe you can consider getting involved in this. Joking giggles. Let's do AVAX because that's easy, and then we're gonna do ADA as well. So AVAX, right? AVAX is looking fine. The reason for that is on a weekly time frame, we have a very nice range to work with. Double formation liquidity, the lower side of the range, we have retested multiple times, right? 1, 2, 3 with the liquidation, came down all the way down. And now we're trying to recover, right? So the only reason why it's interesting is, like I said, because we have a drawn liquidity at around $65, okay? $65. So that gives us some hope to start with, not too bad, okay? Now, the important thing is, right? The important thing is this is a weekly level. So $17.22, it's a weekly level on AVAX. So very important that we hold that level, right? Very important. Also, triangular formation, the double bottom with the lower low and higher low. This is standard buy zone, right? Standard buy zone right now. So you've tapped into that. You've respected the, the formation over here. You've tapped into, you've already tapped into levels, which is for 14.6. That's on a daily time frame, or is it weekly? Sorry, that's another weekly support down here. Yeah, definitely weekly. So very important again, 14.6, 17.2, and now we're trading above 17.2, which is weekly. Now that is good, right? It's not bad. But look, if you come on a daily, right? If you come on a daily and see it, there's also a daily level a little bit higher. So major level, as you can see, you have bearishly engulfed just below it. Then you rejected it. Now you're trying to save it. You're not really out of the woods yet, right? You're not really. If you want to be conservative, you're waiting for this break to be true, to be real. You want for price to trade at least above $18.7, $18.8, $19 on a daily close. And then you can say, all right, now I have some levels to work with over here. For now, you're going to be trading in the dark. Okay, you're welcome. Then we had ADA as well. Haven't looked at that in ages. Cardino. No. Yeah, okay, fine. I mean, I guess it's holding our levels. 0.5015, 0.5015, major daily level from back in February, beginning of this year. You see how interesting is this, right? How interesting. You have these relatively equal lows, double bottom here, right? Massive liquidity draw, which the liquidation event completely, you know, took. And then we came back, retested levels. So now we're trying to protect. We're sort of trading nicely, bullishly engulfing, creating some imbalances. Not too bad, right? Not too bad, but still, you're pretty much trading in the dark, right? Ideally for me in these kind of situations, oh, there you go. You also have a weekly, that's weekly level as well, 0.5015. So very important level, and I'm glad we're trading above it. That's one good signal, but you want to start trade above more levels to be able to have some sort of confidence in this trade. So for now, I'm not ready to long ADA, okay? I'm just not ready yet. Need way more. Keep losing connection. Is that happening only to you, mate? Everyone, please let me know, because I want to make sure that it's not happening with everyone. So near, I think I'm long right now, if I'm not wrong, at this support down here on the daily. Right, this support daily, I have a lot of room. I'm very low leverage, so I have a lot of room to retest. Or am I long down here? 2.2, I think. I don't remember. Or was it Phil? I was long 2.2. Anyway, so yeah, you definitely have to consider these areas of support, of retest. So 2.215, a highly likely level to be retested for the double liquidity to be taken, but you have a clear target at $3.3 over here. Right, and then you can chase 5.2 on near, so it's not too bad. And then you have double liquidity formation as well. That's why I like near. $9, you know, definitely on the table. But once it reaches, I think, you know, you have a lot of massive sell blocks, sell blocks over here. So you would want to definitely reconsider what's happening at around $9, right? Me too. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. We're gonna have to check how this video went, so we can see if we can stream on X tomorrow. Actually on Monday, because today is our last stream. So we're gonna check and see if that's the case. Elvis K, BTC is shocking. Yeah, I know. I understand, but that's for near. You definitely have levels to work with, space to work with if everything goes well. Please. And there was one coin someone requested on Discord, a coin. I think it was something with S, but I honestly don't remember which one was it. They were looking to buy spot or something like that. I don't remember. Do we have any alts that we're gonna look at or no? You guys, if we don't have, make sure to hit the like button. Yes, definitely Good morning, Milan. Yeah, definitely hit the like button. Definitely check the description box of this video. Actually, we can go ahead and look at it together. Aster. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do Velvet and Aster. Okay, so first of all, let's just make sure that we stop the ads over here so they don't start again. Okay, come in the description box. Yes, they start again. Come in the description box. Make sure to join Discord. This is the link. Get the course. Discount code is waitlist40 for you guys, and check all the links that I have here for you. You can use that for your VIP access on Discord, right? And make sure to like the video. I like that we have more likes than people live. Okay, Aster. Let's go ahead and look at Aster real quick. I think we've looked at Aster several times. It was a huge buy zone, I think, on it. Yeah, huge buy zone. This sort of price action you're gonna see on forex more often than on crypto. I feel this really reminds me of a forex chart, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, I mean, I'm not touching this until we start breaking levels. I think I told you I'm looking at around 1.22 on a daily time frame, so around 1.22. A daily close above that, maybe I can start thinking about this coin. For now, I'm not ready because these sort of formations get the lows swept more often than not. Okay, so that's what I'm waiting for over here. And right now on the daily, it's not bullish at all, right? At all. So that's my threshold for Aster to be interested in. Velvet, I don't know what Velvet is, but maybe it's actually Velvet. Wow. Okay. Hit the like. Yes. Velvet. Oh man. I mean, honestly, I guess, you know, what do you say about a chart like that? This is what I'm not really too sure what to say. Like, I mean, maybe we look at it in a 4-hour. I don't know. At least the 4-hour is giving some sort of target. 0.29. I won't be surprised to sort of like continue grind up in that range. So yeah, if the 4-hour is giving a target, you've retested the buy zone already, you're kind of moving nicely from here. So I guess price is going to reject around this area once again. 0.23 potentially, right? Potentially I'll be looking at around $2, maybe for a re-entry on that. Maybe around $2. I think that's it. I think anything before that, I won't be too sure. Unless you have a breakup here and you retest that level, then maybe you can start constructing a plan around 0.23. But as long as price trades below it, $2, right, is going to be a level that you're interested in. If you see a good setup, you jump into trade. I don't actually. Do you trade the same coins or is it based on your chart? So I really don't. I mainly trade Bitcoin. To be fair, I trade some alts when the alts are looking semi-okay. I trade it. So right now I think I'm XRP near. I have a trade. I think in LTC. I have a trade in a few alts, right? Few alts. But I've been heavily disappointed in alts this season, so I really try to stay as much as I can away from it. But I don't want to miss when something happens, so I try to get involved every now and then when I feel that there might be a little bit of chance to do that. So I don't even short them, to be fair with you, right? I don't even short them for safety purposes, right? But I don't know what Zora is, but maybe we can see. So basically, yeah, in terms of my setups, like I try to keep it long term, right? I try to keep it long term so you guys know what I do pretty much on the charts, but there's daily setups constantly. The thing is, right, you have to make time, you have to be on the charts for the specific session. For example, I have 2 streams today, so as soon as New York opens, I'm going to be streaming again, right? So it's a little bit difficult for me, so I tend to hold it a little bit longer, so for a few days. So I look for a little bit longer term setups nowadays, right? Such as Bitcoin I've been holding, you know, such as my gold trades that finally hit take profit, and I've been holding that for weeks, right? Since end of, I was tagged like literally 28th of October, so it's been like 3 weeks. You know, these kind of stuff I do, to be fair. But if you're looking for, you know, daily setups, you can definitely find them using my model, right? So let's look at Zora real quick. Let me guys know, is it breaking or are we good on sound and stuff like that, so we can continue. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, sus. Very sus. So you have the support, the liquidity level down here 0.5, so liquidity hasn't been grabbed yet, but you're rejecting very substantially from this level. You're not having a body close above 0.069 so far. You might get it any point now, but for now it's a red flag, right? And you don't really have much to look forward to. If everything goes well, you know, you're gonna have to go level by level. So 0.06, then potentially 0.117, maybe 0.123, and then that's it. Anything above that is like, you know, anything above here. So like I said before, if you're getting formations like have the liquidation level over here, that is potentially going to mean that price is going to reject from that level. So it also works for sell setups eventually, right? Especially if the lower time frame looks like that. Hello, Gabby. Your quant TA were superb. I could revisit it, perhaps. Yeah, I definitely recommend you rewatch the video, you guys, and make screenshot of the levels that I give you, because they tend to be important for you to have, okay? So make sure to take screenshots and follow, watch every day. I'm here every Monday to Thursday, right? I'm gonna check if we can continue doing the streams on Twitter as well. If we can, happy days. I'm more than happy to do that. If we don't have any audio, visual issues whatsoever, internet server, I don't even know what's happening. But yeah, make sure to check under the description box of the YouTube. If you're coming from X, make sure to follow my YouTube channel as well. Come on Discord, you're gonna find the link for that on YouTube. You're not gonna find it on X, you're gonna find it on YouTube. And then join, get your VIP role. It's very easy to do. Check the course as well while you have the discount, 40% off with waitlist 40, right? Then you can get it for like $200. All right. Very happy you guys are enjoying the content, and it's helping. Rafera is late again. Rafera, mate, you have to rewatch. It is what it is. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.